Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome to my Barrows guide. This is going to be a little bit of a mixed guide. It's going to be kind of high level gear, kind of not. Obviously, I'm not 70 defense, so I'm not going to be wearing Barrows gear, and I'm not using God spells or ancients or anything like that. I'm going to show two methods in this guide. One being Slayer Dart, and the other one being, well, not Slayer Dart, I suppose. But this is not a really high requirement guide, so if you were thinking you're not gonna be able to use this guide if you don't have ancients or 60 mage or whatever, this guide is still good for you because it's kind of a medium requirement guide. So let's get started. Alright, next we are on to the requirements or recommended things. 43 prayer is my first requirement. You need 43 prayer to pray melee, obviously, but I'm sure you all knew that. 50 plus mage, recommendation, you don't need this, but it's helpful if you want to do more efficient runs and not use as much prayer, so I recommend 50 mage. Once again, recommendation would be 50 plus range. Ahrim, I have 59 range, so I pretty much have 60 range, and I can kill Ahrim with adamant arrows pretty quickly. So it's recommended you have at least 50 plus for a magic shortbow to help take him down in a timely manner. And then, of course, we have the Ectophile. You get this from the Ghost Ahoy quest. And if you don't have a Canifis portal in your house, Ectophile is pretty much the most efficient way to bank. So it is recommended to have Ectophile if you plan on doing multiple runs. Okay, now we have our first gear setup. Obviously, this is a gear setup if you are using Slayer Dart. This requires 55 Slayer and 50 Magic. I have upgrades and downgrades, obviously, best to worst. You might want to pause the video if you want to read this through and pick out your gear. But you can use any of the gear I have listed. Preferably, if you're using the lowest tier gears, you're not... I don't know. But all I'm saying is if you're using all the lowest tier gears, you might want to do something other than Barrows. Okay, now we have our inventory setup, or not inventory, gear setup for someone who is not using Slayer Dart. This is going to be if you're using Firebolt or Fire Blast or, something like that. Pretty much straightforward mage gear. Just wear the best mage gear that you can. The staff is going to change dependent upon what spell you're using. Generally, I'm going to recommend an air staff because it's useful for all kind of spells. Like every spell uses air. And airs are not exactly cheap. They're more expensive than fire runes, so I'd recommend probably using an air staff for most fire spells. But, anyway, once again, pause it if you need to see more. Okay, now that you have your gear chosen, selected, whatever, depending upon what spell you're using, now we need to take a look at the inventory. This first inventory is going to be a setup for Slayer Dart. So obviously, you're going to want to have your range gear for Ahrim, so you have your best D-hide that you can wear and magic shortbow, or the best bow you can use. And then you're going to want to bring your best melee weapon, and I bring a shield for down in the tunnels just to use less food. And then a spec weapon if you're meleeing Karil. If you're not meleeing Karil, then don't bring a DDS. Spade, which you need, and then Ectophile. Obviously, if you have it, it's recommended to have it to do multiple Barrows runs, but and then obviously you have Death Runes and My Runes for Slayer Dart, if that's what you're using. Attack and Strength Potions if you are meleeing Karil. If you're not meleeing Karil, then disregard these two potions and the DDS. And then 5... Yup. And then 5 Prayer Potions. You can bring more or less. I usually have... excuse me. I usually have at least 1 or 2 Prayer Potions left at the end of my run, dependent upon my tunnel, etc., etc. And then the rest just food. Lobster is usually sufficient, so this is going to be your inventory setup if you are using Slayer Dart and meleeing Karil. Okay, now your inventory, if you are not using Slayer Dart, it's basically going to be the exact same, except you're going to want to bring whatever other runes you're using for whatever spell it is. In my case, if I'm not using Slayer Dart, then I use Firebolt. So I bring Chaos runes and Fire runes. So inventories are basically going to be the same, you just need to bring the different runes. And then once again, if you're not meleeing Karil, take away the DDS, the attack and strength potions, and you can just replace them with extra lobsters or whatever. Okay, now that you have your gear and inventory selected, you are ready to go. Now what you want to do, personally I save my run. If you have a 100% run, you can run for a little bit, but I'm going to show you guys the fastest way to get to Barrows in 07. This method requires the quest in aid of, no wait, in search of the Myra-Q, I think. It's one of the two Myra-Q quests. I think it's in search of the Myra-Q. One defense peers are not going to be able to do this because I can't find the door. One defense peers are not going to be able to do this because the in search of the Myra-Q quest gives 600 defense XP, I think. So it'll level up your defense. So one defense peers cannot unlock this method, but if you do have this method, I'll just run you through really quick. Just want to follow that path underground till you open the door, come up through the doors, and then run south, cross the bridge, continue running south, and then board the swamp boaty. And you let the boat do its thing. You're going to arrive in Bergdarat. You're going to run east across the bridge. And I think you all know how to get to Barrows from here. It is just up this path. Next, I will show you guys how to get to Barrows if you don't have this method unlocked. I'm not going to run through, but I will show you guys on the map how to run there. So, cut to that. Okay, I copied the world map and put it in Paint. Hopefully this isn't too confusing, but as you can see my little pointer thing here, here's Canifis. You're going to want to start at the bank. Put the brush on. Where's the brush? There's the brush. Alright, so you're going to want to start here at Canifis Bank. You're going to want to leave, run this path, go through these doors right here, this gate, and pretty much, I don't want to weave this whole way, but you just kind of follow the little swamp things, follow it like this, and then once you get all the way through all the swamp, go over this bridge, and follow this path, run east through Morton, and here is where we got off the boat, right here. So then, obviously, you just follow this path up here. But, anyway, you guys can feel free to pause the video right now and just follow this red line. There is one more method to get there, but I don't like it. I feel like it takes longer. You can also go like this. And then you have to go past these guys, up and around, down this way, and then take the boat from here. I think. Yeah, I think you can take the boat from there, and then the boat takes you to here. But either way, I think you still have to do, well, no, I'm not sure. I don't really know. Okay, but either way, you can either do path number 2 right here by following this, or you can do path number 1 by following this really long path. Those are your two options if you do not have the quest in search of the Myra-Q completed. Okay, now that you're at Barrows, no matter how you got there, following one of the paths, you're going to want to set your autocast to Magic Dart or Firebolt or whatever spell you are using, and then dig your spade on DH Tunnel. Now you're going to run over here, and turn on Protect from Melee, and cast away. I'll probably put in a little map at the end of the video as to which hills belong to each brother, but I'm not going to record me killing all of DH because if I did that for all the brothers, this would take quite a while. So I'll be back when DH is dead. Well, I suppose DH would probably be a good brother to talk over because I'll show you guys a quick little prayer potion drinking method where you can drink a prayer potion but not waste any ticks. Okay, this might not be a good brother for it. Okay, I'll do it now. Oh, okay, and I messed it up. I love when I try and make a guide on something and I can't even do it properly on my guide. Anyway, once DH is dead, you want to drink a couple doses of prayer potion, however many you need to get back up close to full prayer. Then you want to run all the way south, the southernmost tunnel, to Karil's. Drink your attack and strength potion if you are meleeing. If not, just keep auto cast on. Run down here, and it is our tunnel, so we're going to run back out. Your tunnel is the last brother you want to do, so make sure you keep note of who your tunnel is. After Karil, you're going to want to run northwest over here towards Torag. After Karil, honestly, the order doesn't even matter. So, whatever melee brothers you want to do. Okay, here we go. Put on Protect for Melee and Mage Torag. Here, let me try and do that potion drinking trick thing. Alright, let me wait till my prayer gets drained. There you go. Okay, now time this correctly. Oh my god, I can't do it. Okay, basically what you want to do is you want to try and drink your prayer potion as you're casting your spell, and this will make it so that you don't waste any ticks, so you don't waste any casts before your prayer gets drained. Might seem a little bit tedious, but it actually will make a difference, whether or not you get out of the tunnel in time to get your prayer drained. Alright, now that Torag is dead, you don't want to recharge your prayer to whatever you need to, and then run north to Verac. Now, Varrock is a special brother. He is he's a meleeer, but he will hit through your prayer. So once you get down here, pray melee, and mage him like normal, but just beware, he will hit you through prayer occasionally. It'd be kind of nice if he could hit me so I could show you. There you go, see, he just hit a 5 through my prayer. See there's an 8. If you are like a 1 defense pure, or you're using mage gear, he's going to hit you consistently, to say the least. He will do some damage. Obviously, though, if you're using a Slayer Dart, then you can wear melee armor, and it won't actually matter. So he will not hit you nearly as much. But, okay, that is Varrock dead. So turn off your prayer melee, get out of the tunnel, and then recharge your prayer once again. Then I go southeast all the way, the most southeastern one. Dig, and put on Protect from Melee, and kill Guthan. I think before this all starts, I'll probably put in a brother's location guide to make it more easy to see what I'm doing here. But anyway, let's just finish killing Guthan. Okay, Guthan is about to die. There we go. Oops, don't turn on Protect from Mage. Once Guthan is dead, then I run to the middle to kill ahrim. Now the reason why you want to do ahrim last, as if it's at all possible, do ahrim last, because ahrim drains your stats, your melee stats. So I don't know, it's just more convenient to do him last because your stats get drained. So you're gonna want to come down here, pray mage, and kill ahrim with your range. Since he's a major, he is weak to range. So this is where I use my special attack. I turn on my highest range pray and use my special attack. I think actually when I was doing gear, I never mentioned what kind of arrows to use, but adamant or rune. Adamant probably at the very least, unless you're like 70 range, but if you're like 70 range, then you should bring rune and just demolish ahrim. But so as you can see, I'm only 59 range, and I actually hit quite well throughout, and every kill usually goes that way. Okay. Now here's where things get weird. Your 5 kill count, but this is where it's going to differ for everybody. This is going to be different for whatever your tunnel is, because you have all but one brother killed, and so to kill the last brother you have to enter their tunnel, and it's random. It can be any one of the 6. Okay, I need to stop and talk for a little bit and try and explain this tunnel system. In the tunnel system, you're going to start off in one room, and you can only open one of the doors, so open the door. Okay, there's Karil. They will spawn at random in the tunnel. They'll spawn anywhere, really. So, you have to kind of be prepared throughout for them to spawn. But, it'd be nice if I could attack him. I'm gonna DDS now. Oh my, this is going nicely. Okay, let's get some DDS specs in. Yeah, like I said, whoever your tunnel brother is, that is going to be whoever possibly will appear whenever. So like I said, especially if it's DH, you need to be really careful and make sure you're praying melee as soon as he appears, because he can do a lot of damage. But anyway, just drink some prayer potions. This is a really long kill right now. It's taking me a while, but just want to kill your brother. He's just about dead. There we go. Doing some good damage. There we go. Alright, Karil's dead. Now that you're in your tunnel system, and your brother is dead, you're going to want to get your desired kill count. Now, I don't know how confirmed this is, but I think it has been confirmed. Excuse me. I think it has been confirmed that 8 monster kills is the perfect number to get. So you kill 6 brothers and 8 little monsters. So you really want to loot the chest with 14 kill count. So that's this is why I bring the shield for extra defense. Kill the monsters until you have 14 kill count. I'll be back when I have 14. Okay, I'm going to try and describe the tunnel system now. Now, like I said, you're going to start in that room, and you can only open one door. Open that door and follow the path. Now, the objective of Barrows is to get to the center of the tunnel. So I know this isn't the right way, but I'll show you. See how this is the only door that's leading eastwards? This one is going to lead to the chest. Turn already tell you it off. Now, obviously I can't open this door, so I need to continue running around until I can find the door that leads eastward in the middle. I know this is kind of, and then obviously they lead southward this way. Just, you know what I mean when I say towards the middle. You'll know once you get in the tunnels. And the more you do Barrows, the more accustomed you are to navigating the tunnels. I mean, this is very easy for me. I know exactly where I'm going. Now, obviously, I've noticed that I can't open eastward, southward, or westward, so obviously, the middle door is northward. I'm not even going to attempt to explain the puzzle system that quickly, but before the tunnel scene, I'll put in a screenshot of all of the puzzles and the correct answers. When you find the correct door that's going to lead to the middle, it's going to ask you to complete a puzzle. And this isn't so bad because it's easy. Excuse me. It's easy to memorize what the answers to the puzzles are. The problem with it is you're constantly getting attacked by skeletons or worms or bloodworms or whatever. And so when you're trying to do this puzzle, it keeps closing out and being interrupted because you're getting attacked. That's why the tunnel is kind of an annoying system, but oh well, what are you going to do? Okay, now when you have finished the puzzle and made it to the middle, and you have killed all of your minions until it says 14 kill count, you are now ready to loot the chest. Now, beware, do not open the chest yet. Remember how at the beginning of the tunnel, I opened that door and karil spawned? If that did not happen to you, if you did not open a door and the monster didn't spawn, the monster will spawn when you open the chest. So, like I said, if you didn't get, it didn't spawn like mine did, when you open this chest, it's going to spawn. So when you open it, be prepared to pray and then kill it. But, if your thing did spawn, you killed it, you have 14 kill count, and you're ready to go like me, you are ready to loot the chest. So let's loot the chest. Pretty shitty loot there. Got some mine runes back, 1.7k chaos and bloods. Possible rewards from this are death runes, blood runes, chaos runes, mine runes, coins, and then obviously all the Barrows items. I have made pretty much all of my bank through Barrows. I got a Dharok's helm, and then in the next chest I got a double, which was a Verac's brassard, and a Karil's crossbow. So Barrows is a great way to make money, and I recommend you all try it. But I suppose lastly I will show you how to get out of here. If you have an ectophile, just empty that bad boy. Make sure you fill it up. And then I usually just home telly and recharge my prayer at the altar. There you go. So once you home telly, just run over here to the church. Pray at altar. And there you go. You have full prayer. Telly back to the ectophile. Again, I know. Fill it up. And then run over to Canifis and do it all over again. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed my guide. I hope it helped you all. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or PM me in game. I will always reply to you unless I am away or something. But anyway, I hope this guide helped you, and I will see you all later.